In the first half, we want to concentrate on President Obama's decision, a long time in the making, to send 30,000 new troops to Afghanistan, in the assumption that that will end the war in what they might be able to describe as victory. 150,000 foreign soldiers killing Muslims from the air, from the land in Afghanistan is going to radicalize more extremists, not fewer. And if you think 150,000 American, British, Canadian, and other soldiers can defeat the resistance in Afghanistan, why would that be true when 500,000 Soviet soldiers could not do so, when even Alexander the Great was unable to subjugate the people of Afghanistan? This is so wrong, the conclusion that you have reached, that I suggest, as you're clearly a Muslim, that you take some religious guidance on this question. Here's an email on the comment wall, and this one is from where? It's from Alabama, USA. Danny, I saw you about an hour ago on the news. You said 30,000 targets. Are you condoning targeting troops? Danny, you're having a laugh. Do you think you can send 150,000 soldiers to invade and occupy somebody else's country and they're not going to fire back at you? Do you think that in the world today that you get to do all the killing and nobody kills you back? Is that what you believe out there in Alabama? That you can go to other people's countries, that you can take them over, that you can kill their people and nobody's going to try and hit you back? Well, there's a movie from Hollywood, 15, 20 years ago, called The Empire Strikes Back. Nowadays, The Empire Strikes. From Peter Brooks. Okay, guys, synchronize the watches. This one about Afghanistan, I think, yes. Here's an American general saying, synchronize your watches, but of course, there are no hands on the clock of Afghanistan, and this a reference to the Vietnam syndrome, which, as I've indicated, is my belief that President Obama has now embarked down a long tunnel which will lead him into his Vietnam. Speaking of which, Steve Bell in The Guardian, guardian.co.uk, the doyen of all cartoonists, the very greatest of them all, he has President Obama doing just that, surfing in the colors of the United States into a very dark tunnel indeed. Calling it an exit strategy, but in fact, it's an entrance strategy to more and more disaster. Danny in Alabama thought that you could send 30,000 new troops and nobody would shoot at them. It's a bit like John Reed, who said that the British troops could go to Helmand and come back again without a shot being fired, since when hundreds have lost their lives and many hundreds more lost their limbs. Edinburgh, Joshua. George, you make me sick. I agree with the guy from the US. How can you be happy with soldiers getting shot? And you're supposed to be a campaigner. I know exactly what you campaigned for, and I will be leaving your stupid home country and going back to where I can feel safe from British radicals. Well, good luck and bon voyage, Joshua. I don't know where you're going to go, and I don't know where you got the idea that I'm happy about soldiers being shot. It's because I don't want the soldiers to be shot that I'm demanding we bring the soldiers home right away. That's the only way that they can avoid being shot. What you can't do is occupy someone's country and expect them not to shoot at you. I'm afraid that belongs in the kindergarten. That's Toy Town politics, Joshua. But bye-bye, Joshua.